Hello everyone, welcome back to my gaming review. Decided to do the second video for today. I haven't really been too active because I had COVID-19, and I'm still trying to like regain my energy and get back to what I was doing on my YouTube channel. So I have been suffering from COVID-19. I got over it, so I'm gonna try to make more videos, um, and I'm gonna try to like think of video ideas. But with this video, I wanted to talk about my gaming history, at least my experience and like how I started with gaming, um, how I pretty much fell in love with playing video games. So I have a pretty big collection now of modern consoles and also retro consoles. I have everything from Nintendo to Atari, PlayStation 1 all the way to 4. I don't have a fifth one yet. Um, and I have just, Super Nintendo. I got the original Nintendo. I just have a lot of stuff. I even have a Oculus Quest VR headset to play VR games. So I have literally played probably everything. And I have played games on Steam, like Counter-Strike and stuff. So I have played a few PC games in my life. But anyway, how gaming started for me and how I actually got into gaming. Um, it was when I was like a little baby. we had the um, we had the original Nintendo. It was hooked up to TV with like Duck Hunt, and my father, that I no longer see anymore. I'm not gonna go into that and the reason why I don't see him anymore. But he had a PlayStation 2, so I would watch my father play the PlayStation 2 when I was younger, and also I would play Duck Hunt on the old TV, and I actually really liked the Duck Hunt. It was a really fun game, and it was one of the first games I actually played. Was Duck Hunt. Was probably the first game I ever played ever in my entire life. And then, um, as time went on, as I grew up, I got the PlayStation 2 for myself. So I got the original brand new fat PlayStation 2, and I was like probably um, either like 9 or 10 years old. I got that. I also got the DS Lite, which was like the first like portable game system I had at the time. I got the white DS Lite, brand new, very beautiful console. Dude, I don't have a DS anymore. I have everything in my collection. I don't have a DS anymore, but I used to have a DS. I've played pretty much everything. But I had a lot of fun on PS2. PS2 was like my go-to game system. I still have a PS2 to this day, hooked up to my TV. I got an Atari hooked up to my TV right now, so very fun, cool consoles these are. But on PlayStation 2, I played the old Call of Duty games, like Call of Duty: The Big Red One. I think that's what that game was called. Medal of Honor: Rising Sun, Killzone, the Star Wars Battlefront games, God of War, and all that. I also had like Need for Speed. Love the old Need for Speed games, all the best. Okay, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Underground, freaking awesome games. I also had I already said Battlefront. I have I had the original Killzone game for PS2, and just a pretty good collection. My original collection and PlayStation 2 got stolen from me, so the PS2s I have now are all from like eBay, and I don't have my big fat original because it got stolen from me, which really sucked. But after the PlayStation 2 and like the DS Lite and that experience, we jumped to the Xbox 360. And the Xbox 360 was meant for like the entire family at one point in time, and then nobody really used it except for me. So I would play the old Call of Duty games. I would get into like Modern Warfare, Black Ops 1. I remember the Black Ops 2 lobbies and all that. Very fun console that was. Then I went from 360 to PlayStation 3 because my 360 got the red ring of death after 6 years. So PS3 was a very fun console. I still own a PS3. Excuse me. PS3 was a very fun console. And on PlayStation 3, I had the Killzone games, Call of Duty games. I had I think God of War, GTA San Andreas, and so on. But anyway, I just had a lot of fun with these game consoles, and now I have a PlayStation 4 now. I've experienced the Xbox One and all that. So I've had a pretty fun time with video games and game consoles, and now in my collection, you know, I used to, when I was younger, watch all these retro gaming videos, which is really how I got a lot more into retro gaming. Because I would watch videos, I would do research, I'd be like, this is cool. So I would eventually, get an Atari. I have the Atari 7800 Pro System, very awesome console. Um, I got the original Game Boy, and I eventually would buy the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I just got into N64 a while ago. I got it from a from a pawn shop down the hill. But yeah, I mean, I've had an amazing time with gaming. It doesn't matter if it's like modern or retro. I've had a very fun experience with all these video games, and I'm happy that gaming is a thing. It's been something that has been positive in my life. It helps with anxiety and stuff like that. It helps me relax. I remember when I would go to school would be rough for me because in school I would get bullied a lot. I would get picked on, and school just wasn't fun for me. So I would look forward to coming home, sitting down, and playing video games. Whether it was retro or modern, it didn't matter to me. Um, you know, I got very into retro gaming when I was like in my teen years. So I started buying Atari stuff. I started getting, old school Nintendo and all that. I'm happy that I've gotten the experience I've gotten, because with the retro consoles, some people are like, oh, the graphics suck, and oh, the old controls are not as good as the new ones. And it's like, I just have a lot of like respect for, where gaming came from, and I have a lot of respect for like the old Nintendo systems and the old Atari. And without the retro, we wouldn't have the PlayStation 4, we wouldn't have the PlayStation 5, we wouldn't have the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, we wouldn't have the Xbox Series. I always tell myself, like, we gotta, like, respect these retro game consoles, because without the retro consoles, like the Atari and the old Nintendo and all that, we wouldn't have all the things we have nowadays. Um, you know, I I think that it's very important to know the history of this stuff, and um, we should be thankful with what we have nowadays, because back then, like my Atari I have, to use my Atari, I can't just plug in HDMI or like a composite. It has like a little RF cable, which is completely different from what we have nowadays. And the controls were different, graphics were different, but I really respect the retro stuff, PlayStation 1, Atari, the old Nintendo stuff and all that. Um, but, without these retro consoles and without these retro games, gaming really wouldn't be a thing without these consoles existing, So I've in my teen years, when I would pick up retro consoles and retro games, I just got a lot more respect for it. And the other thing that I've noticed from my personal history with gaming is that retro consoles have more addictive games. Like I was just recently playing Exvius on my Atari 7800, and I just kept on playing. I kept on playing and playing and playing, trying to get the high score. And there was a lot of a lot of retro games like that were just addictive. But anyway, I just want to talk about a little bit of my history with gaming, and going, to modern and retro and playing all these different types of games and all that. But I'm in the videos. Hope everyone has a good day or night, and peace.